So guys, once again, welcome to another episode. Today, I'm so much excited to just showcase another beautiful masterpiece that Keith Interiors has executed. We are in Edenville. We want to show you some of the works that we've been doing here on this particular project. And to be specific, we were tasked to do a kitchen. We did a common bathroom, we did the lounge and the dining, and then the master bedroom. And today is that particular day that I want to just show you the kind of finishes or the kind of works or the details that we put in our work or in our projects to just make sure that our works stand out and we are isolated from the rest of the other teams. So guys, stay tuned as I walk you through this particular project. Let's go in. So guys, we are exactly inside the house and I will actually start. We are walking in where I entered through this house, that is the main entrance door. But where I'm standing currently, this is the kitchen. A history a bit about this kitchen. Where currently I'm standing, this particular space was the Dobby area. The kitchen, you see where this beam, the kitchen actually reaches here. For those people who have houses in Edenville, you can attest that normally the kitchen starts from this particular point all the way to the other end. If you're someone who loves space in the kitchen, that space looks a bit tiny. So we decided to demolish this wall and extend the kitchen towards the Dobby area, so the laundry area. The laundry area in most of the times is actually an open glass, polycarbonate glasses that are normally supplied for those people who buy these particular houses. But we have customized this roof and given it a completely different look, whereby we introduced a toughened glass on the roof. These glasses, someone can walk on them, they're clean, they're nice to clean, and actually you get to enjoy the view from the house. You can see the clear skies, you can see the sun, you can see the moon, you can actually see, currently I can see the cumulonimbus. Cumulonimbus, do you, Larry, what are your cumulonimbus? Do you know cumulonimbus? Cumulonimbus are actually those clouds that form the rains. So currently today we have cumulonimbus in the blue skies. How an experience to have it in your home, and then just provide proper structure for the skylight, proper glass for the skylight, and also just provide that pendant light. The cabling coming through the tubes, that is the metal tubes, then you hang the chandelier down on the pendant light down, so that at night at least you have that warm illumination, and it's actually a incandescent light, whereby actually it's illuminating nicely and it gives you that warm yellow light at night, giving you an ambience that you will always want. Instead of going to restaurants and all manner of places to just enjoy the ambience, why can't you have it in your home? And for you to get those particular finishes of those particular feelings, you just have to involve a professional, because this particular space on its own, given to you yourself to do it, probably you might not have the skills to put up those small details or bits of items together to get a space that speaks a certain language. So to start off, this was actually a Dobby area. We cut out, actually people would go around, you come through that door into the Dobby area, but we opened up so that the nanny can use the other room. In that particular room, we've done it in such a way that part of it is carrying the washing machine. It's carrying some little cabinets that can be used for storage during the laundry time. So the lady is in, she has her bed, she has the laundry area on the side. Larry will show you on the 3D how we did it. Then now we opened up, and the main reason of doing that, or transitioning between the kitchen and the Dobby area instead of going round, is because during the day when the house owner goes to work, and this lady stays in with the girl, with the baby, she can easily walk into there, and that baby can sleep there, and walk in and checking in and out becomes so easy. So we opened up So this becomes part of the kitchen, and some of the elements that we give you that you will not get in your kawaida house are these Venetian blinds. Something completely unique, something completely, it's not really unique or out of the world, but it's actually a mind of creativeness, or just making your space look slightly different from the normal. So you get things like this in your kitchen or in your spaces, whereby you just want to lock out, you can lock out completely, and this thing is done in a way that you can actually, right now you block the light completely from outside. But if I want to allow a bit of it, I take it up to there, and some of the light can come in. So those are the things that we do. Then painting, skimming, actually we do the skimming, we do the skimming, we do the painting, we do the skimming, we do the sanding, then we do the painting, then we do the final coats of paint. So let me go direct to the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. Now this was the lobby area. So the pipe works that were there, the plumbing and all that are converted. The sink was on the other side. We brought it here, and we give you a nice, beautiful double bowl sink. And water comes in, and the mixer is the pull-out mixer whereby you can use it all around. Then we give you a nice, beautiful countertop, and this is black, contrasting nicely with this color, dumpling gray. So we give you that. So double bowl, we have a granite which is black, and then because the color on the boards are more or less a brighter color, so you want to contrast it nicely so that you pop out your kitchen beautifully. Then because we are doing an extension towards the end on this other side, instead of filling your kitchen with cabinets, you have to bring in an element of variety, an element of new things, entertainment a bit, instead of just staying formal. So we give you these wood finish shelves on the side. And currently, whatever we are using here is not solid wood. We can give you solid wood if you want, but this is double-lipped MDF boards, which are lipped together nicely in such a way that you won't even notice it's not wood. So giving you that wood finish look. Then immediately after, you start your cabinets, and these are the high-level cabinets. I'll just mention these things because I repeat them every time, but I notice that people who come to our videos for the first time, and this is educative to so many people. So you get the high-level cabinets. Then immediately after the high-level cabinets, we have the backsplash. For those who are in for learning or for knowing, the backsplash most of the times has to be 600 mm from the top to the high level. And then we give you the skirting. The skirting at times, it depends with the design or the whatever you want to achieve. But most of the times, the standard skirting or the standard backsplash when you're doing the granite is actually, the backsplash of the granite can be 100. For those people who want one clean look, you can have this granite being part of the backsplash. And as I have always explained, you see the way you want to use your cabling. So that is cable management. When you put your sockets, let's say, for example, this is the jug, and you put it there, you can actually, for some people like Keith, you want to fold these things and put them there, and you just want to see that thing. Then you'll go to other sides, these things are up here. So that means this cable will be hanging up there. And that is the reason why you put it at around 1200 from the floor level, so that the count is 900, the backsplash is 100, and then we leave 100 and then 1200. So that again, you don't want to bring it too close to the skirting, because this thing, most of the times, this thing is very hard to bend. So when it is too close here, again, you want to struggle to plug in. So you have to be detailed in your things. And again, the other element is how straight are they. When you look at this socket, this is a DP switch controlling something, and this is a socket, and the rest of the other DP switches and the sockets, if I take a string and put on the end and wherever, this line will be straight. And all this has been done. We have worked with the electricians, but it is continuous improvement, because I'm very sure 2 years or 1 year down the line, these things were a struggle. The same fundis, but if you're not supervising or you're not following them up, they will leave them the way they want. So this thing, then the gap in between here, normally I just use my finger if the two can enter here, but I'm also trying to see if in the other project I can just put them back to back. as long as they're online. So in this project, we had the black backsplash and then the white decorative tiles, and they came out nice, light color and a darker handles, black handles, black granite, everything just contrasting and matching beautifully. Then in this corner, without forgetting, we don't lose that space, we incorporate our corner kidney. It goes in there. For those people who are lazy, this also is called a lazy Susie. For us who don't want to stretch, and also most of the times, if you use that corner, if you leave it like that, most of the times it becomes cumbersome. It is very hard for you to access that particular space. Immediately after, now with the cabinetry and arrangements and whatever kitchen layouts, most of the times you are dividing spaces depending on what you have. So here immediately, this can also be drawers for those people who love drawers like me, but you can, it also depends with sites and most of the times tests and preferences. So this became doors. So in this particular project, we are combining doors and drawers to give you also that storage. This is high-level storage, and this is it's supposed to be a spice rack. So you push in, and most of the times it's on the left side or both sides, so that whenever I'm cooking, I just pull it out, I pick my spices, put them in, and then push it back again. Here, this is where the hob goes. We have drawers on the lower side, we have drawers on the higher side. There are other scenarios whereby you can have this as one big drawer, and then divided, you can have this one door, and then when you pull out, you get other doors inside. So styles are many and different. This is one fixed panel because this thing sinks inside. Then we have this most important thing that sucks out whatever fumes that come in. These are not fumes, these are steam that comes from cooking, whatever. So it is here specifically when you switch it on, and because the DP switch that controls this is somewhere here, that one, when it's on, actually you have to put this because the socket that runs this thing is behind there. You don't want to open every day this cabinet to switch it on and off. No, you want to have easy work. So anytime you want to use it, you just come and switch it on, you switch this on, and it can be controlled in different ways. It has light. Whenever you need more light, you can control the speed. When you want it slow, you just play around with this, and you will be very happy with your space. So that is it for the cooking area immediately after. Because again, some of the elements, you see this thing, accessories that we put in the kitchen sometimes affect the prices of a kitchen. So some would go for 2, some would go for 1, depending on costs or the budget you have. Immediately after, we have more storage. Again, as I was saying, when you look around and how we cut, things are just two sockets. You can do something here. So that is high level. Without forgetting, sometimes when you're doing the kitchen, you'll always find some kitchen are hanging. But when you want the kitchen to go the way up and you want to incorporate gypsum and a cornice, you just need to provide a space filler on top all the way to the ceiling, touching the gypsum. Then you add a cornice, and as usual for Kith Interiors, we will not overdo. We normally just make sure we are giving you something that is extremely functional and something that will just bring in the ambience. The elegance of the space. So simplicity is one element that we'll never forget. We just have to be a bit simple, not so simple, but something that is, let me call it elegant. Straight lines and all manner of things. So here we have these compartments for the kitchen. As I've always said, we have the low level, we have the high levels, and we have the tall cabinets. Tall cabinets most of the times is where we have the storages and all manner of other things. So here we wanted to achieve the same look. In modern kitchens, we are having all those entities. So we have this entity from here going all the way, and these are now the tall cabinets. Anytime we are working with you, we are doing a 3D for you. When we talk about tall cabinets, this is exactly what we mean. So here we have chambers that will carry the oven and the microwave, the drawer, and the high level. And for this cabinet up here, we have these element there that is really nice. And we have actually different ones, some that are open, and actually the storage, when you pull, you actually just pull it out, pick something from a height here, then you pull it back and it will still be functional, depending on your preference. We have more storage here, and currently the client is using it as a medical, whatever. And then immediately after, we have the pull-out pantry. This is where you stock. This is your small pantry in the kitchen where you stock your things that you will be using on a daily basis, and it is part of the tall cabinets. Then here, in most people, for those people who know Edenville, this space is normally closed. So we try to open it up, supply this wooden frame. Around that is the arch. Then we did the granite. The client is meant to get stools on this side, so that whenever she's coming from upstairs, or whenever they are coming from upstairs and they just wanted to grab a quick snack, they will sit here, have a snack, and quickly run out. And also, after preparing the food in the kitchen by the house helps of the house managers, instead of going round, they can always just place them here. Then they can go around and pick and put them there, or someone can just come and serve from here, and that is it. So we also, this is an under staircase treatment. Again, it's a small space. Some people use it for solar panels, but for us, we just decided to give our client a nice, beautiful, functional pantry, whereby we're just supplying boxes of, these are shelves made of nice, beautiful MDF boards, and they're functional. You see, they put their cereal, they put their things, they put their nyanyas there, they put their things, the fruits on the other side, and it's actually serving, considering the kitchen is not that big. So they are using this as a supplementary storage. And in the other cases, you can still do this pantry in the kitchen, so long as you can do it nicely. That is for the kitchen. So let's roll into the other spaces. Pause. So guys, after the kitchen, the remaining spaces will be very quick, straightforward. I'll just mention a few things here and there so that I don't waste a lot of your time. As I'm seated, I am seated in the dining area, and I feel so nice seated here because whatever I see is actually beautiful. Simple, but speaking a language. And actually, as you heard from our reviews by the client, she really feels like there is not so much, but when she goes to houses around this place, because they visit each other, she feels like her house has been well done. So here we have the rectangular table. Definitely you will have to get a nice, beautiful horizontal running pendant light. On top of me is a nice, beautiful, simple step-down gypsum ceiling. I think it's around 800 millimeters from the wall, with a nice, beautiful step-down, with a nice, beautiful surround decorative cornice molding on the outer side. Then behind where Larry is standing, there is a door that leads you to the backyard of the house. We did a nice, beautiful pelmet box that has been decorated nicely with a simple cornice, and our curtains are coming from inside. The same thing as I sit here looking towards the lounge side. The window treatment, again, it's that modern treatment whereby people want the pelmet boxes, whereby they are not the old pelmet boxes people used to do around the windows. These are pelmet boxes that are actually combined with the gypsum ceiling, and the cornice trims them around, and you see your curtains coming inside the ceiling. So those are the views that I'm seeing. So I'll just stand up as I just transit from the kitchen. That is the kitchen. So here we need 2 bar stools, whereby in the morning when I come in, when I'm running up from upstairs, you just come and sit here. You have your jug, you have your coffee. On this side, you have your bread, or you have your fruits here. You pick them quickly, you do your snacking, or you do your breakfast quickly without even involving yourself with the people behind. Do your thing and then run. And as I was telling you, this was not part of the house, whatever. These were some of the demolitions. And I would want Larry probably to show the demolitions that happened in the kitchen, demolitions that happened here, and how we achieved this. Because what I know, seeing is believing. So for those people who tend to ask, maybe who will wonder and never know, can this happen to me? Can this demolition actually been to sites where people feel like when you demolish something like this on a structure, probably the entire house will come down. When you demolish, you see that was an exterior wall in the kitchen. When you demolish, some people would stand firm and say probably this is something that will go down. In our team or in our consortium, we have engineers that we work closely with in our office who will come and advise whenever we feel this is not possible. And for those projects that we are repeating something that has been done again and again, I can actually stand firm and tell you this is possible. So that is for the dining. And without forgetting Larry, selection of lighting is an important factor. You'll realize when you're selecting home lights or when you're doing a home is slightly different from when you're doing an office and when you're doing a retail shop and when you're doing a coffee shop or a cafe or hospitality spaces. So for here, we are giving you warm lights so that when you come in, you just feel the space is warm. You don't want it to be extremely bright. You just want it to be a light that you can see nicely and it's not burning your eye, it's not hitting your eyes too much. That's why we go for these warm lights, the pendant lights, the wall brackets, all of them will be warm. So let's move on to the lounge. So Larry, maybe for those people, this is what I was talking about, the pelmet box, step down gypsum. And most of the times when you're doing this, let me just talk about this pelmet box. I remember when I started doing those pelmet boxes, I used to drop gypsum. Gypsum is normally 9 mm for the gypsum ceilings. Most of the gypsum ceilings that are doing ceilings are 9 mm. Gypsum most of the time come in two, the 9 mm and the 12 mm. Most of the times people prefer doing 12 mm when they're doing partitions, when we are doing office spaces. But when you're doing the ceiling, because of the weight, you don't want to put a lot of weight on the ceiling by putting heavy gypsum, that is the 12 mm, because once you do the structure and you do the 9 mm, no one will know the difference between 9 or 12. But for those people who want 12, then why not go? So I noticed that when you drop it by 9 mm or 12 mm downwards, then you come and do the pelmet boxes, you will keep on fighting with your fundis to get the alignment on the lower side. Or maybe for those people who are OCD, and most people who love interior design or people who love finishes, I think they have OCD. I don't know if it's a disease or it's something nice. So you will be working under your curtain boxes, but you see irregularities. But the fundi tried. You keep on pushing him and sending him back to align, but it will not align. And that's why we decided most of our pelmet boxes are almost 100 or 70 millimeter, the size of the mabati or the stud or the rails that are used to construct the structure. Then you just mask it with a 9 mm on this side and 9 mm on this side. So that is like 35 mm plus 20 mm, which gives you around 60 millimeter or 69, I think, thereabout. And that's why now it becomes so easy for you to do the edging. You use the corner strip or corner tape on both sides to get the edge really straight. Then now when you do the cornice on it, the thing just looks really beautiful. And for you to see the curtain rods that we also supply and install, you will have to come here for you to see it. And for you to see it, actually, you just have to draw this for you to see the thing. And for those people who are into curtains, these are called the eyelets type of curtain. So there are so many different types of doing this, and I am not so good in this, but I know what is good and what is not good, so I'll advise. And we have people who we work closely with who can actually also help you do this. So apart from that, in this lounge, apart from the step-down gypsum ceiling, as you can see, simplicity, mother of design, everything just looks simple, elegant. And as you heard when we gave our client the quotation to do this project, it was really hefty, and she was like, no, I don't think I will. Then she was asking herself, these houses, people stay in these houses, and I don't think they've repainted the house. What is this? These guys are telling me scheming and painting. Until when she saw what we did on the walls, then she walked around and went to those houses. That is when she noticed there is scheming and there is scheming. And us, we do scheming. Proper thing. then for sure, most of the things, elements we put so much focus on maybe that would uplift a space or uplift a home. The kitchen, TV walls, ceilings, staircase, common toilet, family room, master bedroom, and a few other elements. Those are focal walls in the dining, focal walls in the whatever, and those are the elements that when now you combine together, you have a complete home. And for this particular project, this was an element that we wanted to pull out so much, and once when it was done, she really feels like she is living life. So here we just supplied this, supply installation, did the design, approved. Look at it, it's beautiful. Then we provided a TV wall, and for this particular, most of the times we're working with briefs. You give us a brief or you give us a style you want to achieve. Then we creatively play around to give you something that will conform with your space. So for us, we were to supply something that has a fire, an electric fireplace. And for this matter, we had to work with the entire wall, just leaving the window on the side. So we supplied our electric fireplace. This is a space that is going to take a receiver. Then apart from the receiver, she's going to put a sound bar, and we've already done cables for the HDMI cables, for the optical cables. So inside, once she has that, she just plug in and things flow. I was just telling her that I have a feeling that I want to improve again on this particular thing. And I was thinking, instead of just having a paint, either I do a cladding or I do a special effect so that this thing can completely pop out, separate from the entire house. Let me hear your comments in the comment section about it. Should I uplift it or should I leave it the way it is? So let's move forward. So here quickly, I'll just touch this. Larry, just come closely here. Most of the times when you tell people scheming and paint works, when you go to their homes, maybe, I really don't know if this camera will capture properly, but this wall, when you come really close, I remember I went for a site visit and someone was telling me, I went to a hotel, was it Marriott or something, and the wall looked like this. And he was like, is that wallpaper or whatever? It's not basically wallpaper. It is proper scheming, sanding, and when you're sanding, you sand in a certain manner, and then after that, you do your first coats of paint, and those coats of paint, we do them in wall cover mat. This cover mat will just give you now another view of that wall. If it has dents, it has problems, then you use that particular wall cover, it's cover mat to see the dents that are on the wall. Then you come and fill again. Once you do the filling, you sand again until you get it right. Once the wall is straight, then that is when you come and do the final paint. Then the final paint, we normally do it in silk. And also, if you look at the selection of paint, maybe Larry from afar, if you look at this paint, it's a white, but it's a certain type of white, which I also do not know which type of white is this. And I was so happy. It's been a while. I think it's almost a month down the line. And when I was talking to her today in the morning, she was extremely excited, and she was like, I can now tell why you guys were insisting and telling me you need to paint this space again. So that is it. So when you also come closer to these wall brackets, those are some of the details that people miss out. I think we are doing a project in Seme, and the client was asking Ian. Ian is our QS and the project manager. He was asking Ian, why are you not doing the sockets? And we've already done the first coats and the second coats of paint. Most of the times we remove our sockets. Someone will think that we are taking time to install. But why install and then when you're doing the paint works, they smudge onto the whatever? So we normally do everything. We'll just allow cables and terminations to be done. But when we come now to do the finals, that is the reason why we do that, is so that you do not have uneven finishes around the lights. And when you go to so many projects, because they install those things before time, so the painter would struggle to do the finishes around the space. And those are the things that will differentiate a designer from a fundi. And Kit Interiors are designers, my friend. So let's go to the common toilet. Sante! Guys, another space that most of the times, and I'll repeat, most of the time, this is the main entrance. When you're coming into this house, you're actually coming through here. This is the main entry. Then you will get your beautiful console at the lounge. I will just put my portraits down. So you do some nice beautiful console around here. You put a nice wall hanging on top, so that when you come, actually, this is what I normally say. You drop your keys here, then you can go upstairs, you can go to the kitchen, you can go to the lounge, so that anytime, most of the times you're on the run in the morning, you just come and pick your keys here. And also, if you have someone who cleans your car in the morning before you set out or you go out, they can always just come and pick this key here and go and do that. And also, apart from that, you just create an ambience or an environment that when your people come in, or when visitors come in, let them find something that can bring that feeling. So, and then apart from that, we have this space that has always been a very important space to us and to anybody who is doing a home. That is the common toilet. This is where our visitors will come, and this is where they will, first of all, in fact, they're not pressed. They go sit. Immediately they sit, they will ask you, and then they look around. They're like, can I use the washroom? Then you take them to the tiles, the ceramic 300 by 300 tiles. No, my brother, you can't do that. So you come in, and I can't remember how it was, but this was a common toilet. It didn't have all these features. I think it had a pedestal here. So for us, as Kith Interiors, will give you a nice vanity that runs end to end, and because of matching and all those manner of things, we are matchy, but we also match with skills or creativeness. So we are giving you a black countertop. We are giving you a nice, beautiful, like almost natural stone kind of wash and basin. Then again, because of the black, the white, we also give you a mixer that is black. So you see, it is black, it's white, it's black. Do you know people, when they're putting on suits, they do black and white, then throw in a maroon tile. Those are the things you throw in. There's like a soap thing, you put it there. You put here a towel holder in black, then you put here whatever tissue holder in black and wood finish. When you finish, you throw the thing down there. Then here we give you a nice, beautiful, almost wall-to-wall mirror. And actually, I love it. So imagine you're a guest and you've come into a space like this. You just wash your hands nicely. You finish, you check your thing, you just confirm that you're not sweating too much or wherever you are. Then you go and have a conversation with your persons. Then for here, I think we found the ceramic 300 by 300 tiles. So we removed those ceramic tiles and we brought in the porcelain granito tiles, which are 600 by 600, reducing the number of joints. Then on this side, we supply the toilet. I'll not go into details in that. Again, the edging on the windows, very important. You see now here, it gives a person a clean finish. You can have these, you can even have something on top and put these on top. As in just making the space speak the language. Then we just do for you a simple, I think here again, it was a ceiling, but it was not proper. It was actually a slab with those lights that are KIAMBU lights. So here we do a ceiling, then we do a surround beautiful, just a flat ceiling, surround gypsum cornice molding around. Then we do for you a nice, beautiful downlighter. Then common toilet. Then I can see next to the toilet, she has just put a nice, beautiful rug there. So everything is just speaking language. And then here, again, another element is we give you these cabinets that you don't have to spend a lot of money putting handles. So this one, we just leave a gap here, pull it out, and you can see she's storing the Vims, she's storing more whatever down there. Then when you close, again, we don't forget to give you the soft close, despite being in the common area. So guys, that is it on the ground floor. I'll take you up as I show you the master bedroom and how it was transformed and changed into something that she says every time in the evening, I just yearn to go home so that I can stay in my bedroom. So let's go. So here again on the staircase, we just did, I think the wood was a bit old, so we just scrubbed it. We just sanded and then did a polish on top. Not so much. I think we have another face that we had, I think on the 3D, we have a proposal for what is supposed to be, but not so much, but we didn't leave it without. So we have a nice, beautiful drapery, that is the sheer. Then I supplied, as usual, I don't leave you without giving you something beautiful that will just change your staircase. A nice, beautiful chandelier. And I would normally call them massive chandeliers. These ones I actually import them most of the times when I'm doing my projects. I think for all the projects, I just bring them all the way from where I get them. So let's go to the master. So guys, we are in the master bedroom again. Simple but straightforward. Not so much, but beautiful. She loves it. She's happy. So for here, we just did a nice, beautiful pendant lights in the middle, did the paintwork and skimming on the ceilings. Then we are meant to do a wall here. We just did this on the front side. And we need to change the wall brackets, but by the time we were getting here, it was a bit constrained. But let me just explain something. Larry, come to this side. So again, here we had a kidogo fight. We had the proposals, and then I actually anticipated we'll have this and that. So here we did electricals, we did whatever. This was not here. Initially, the door to the bathroom was where? So this was another bedroom. So the master, actually, you would gear this master. I can't remember. You actually enter through here. So this opening was not there. So this house had 3 bedrooms. It had 3 bedrooms, actually. It had 3 bedrooms. So we have the first bedroom, we had the second bedroom, and then we had, it had 3 bedrooms. It had 4 bedrooms on the upper floor. So we had the master with the bathroom. Then the door to this master bedroom was here. Then the main entry was there. Then that door to this bedroom was in the corridor just directly opposite the wherever. So they're sharing a bathroom in the passage. So bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and bedroom 3 were sharing a bathroom. So what I decided, because this room didn't have enough space for wardrobes apart from this particular point. You can see when we were coming in, she had lots of shoes. So I talked to her and I told her, let's kill one bed. Most of the times when I do a site visit, I tend to psychologically understand a client. Secondly, I ask a few questions. And these questions are actually most of the times, who are the occupants of the space? Especially for those clients of mine who are, I think, 56, let's say 60, 65, and 70, thereabout. I mean those clients whom their kids are in their 25, 26, 27. So most of the times, those houses are being redone by the kids. The home improvements are being done by the kids. And these kids will send us to their homes to do a survey. Then you would ask this client, this bedroom, are you using it? And she will tell you, this was Nani's bedroom. How many times does she come? Sometimes once. In fact, when they come, they don't sleep here, they come and then they go. So I asked this client that, for all these bedrooms, would you use all of them? And she was like, by the way, I just need 1 bedroom upstairs. That is, no, 2 bedrooms, 1 master and another one for my kid. So I decided, because we have 4, I decided to merge this bedroom with the other bedroom so that she can have a nice, beautiful walk-in closet. And in the master, if you don't have a walk-in closet, you don't have the bathroom, then your master is not complete. And the walk-in closet must be a space that can take care of your gym wears, it can take care of your bags, it can take care of your capes, it can take care of your access jewelries, it can take care of your dresser or your study, and so many other things. So it should be a space on its own. Whoever is carving up the plan, your architect, should give you another bedroom in your bedroom. But the master bedroom should be a wing on its own, so that you have enough space, because you're spending a lot of money. That is your home. You need a space that is yours. When the kids leave you to the universities or abroad, they will leave you in that house. And you need to have a peaceful, nice, beautiful space that is functional. And then again, functionality is one key thing that I will always talk about. You'll have so many 5-bedroom houses, but most of them you're not using, but you don't have a common toilet, you don't have a walk-in closet. What is it for? And that is one element that we used in this particular project of combining another bedroom to have a walk-in and have a bathroom. And that's why you can see the bathroom is on the left and the walk-in is on this side, but they are not so far apart because now we've opened up this space. So here we have the bathroom, which we also customized for those people who are owners of houses in Edenville. You can tell the bathrooms don't look like this. So we have a nice, beautiful vanity here. Again, handleless. But when you leave, soft close. I can tell that your bathroom in Edenville doesn't have this kind of tile. So we select for you nice, beautiful tiles. And these are the 1200 by 600 porcelain polished granito tiles. Polished granito porcelain tiles. Repeat, polished porcelain granito tiles. They will give you a nice finish, but I'm not insisting on polished because we are all different. If you are that person who likes matte, please go ahead. They will still give you the same finish in your style. So we have that. We have the trims on the edges. I remember I came here and my designer had finished and we were almost handing over this project, and I almost killed people here because the edging on this side was just all matope. I don't know what matope, it was mud. I think there was a lot of sand and a lot of cement around, and I had to, and even the client didn't understand because I was just heated. I was not even talking to anybody. So we have changed, and actually currently as I walk in, when I look at these things, these are some of the details, Larry, when I come. I will look, and when I travel to Dubai or wherever, I'm actually looking at how you're finishing this. And we have been doing this, actually even this to me, it's not to the standard because I've been to places where by now this is done by silicone. So we are looking for the guns so that we can always just be siliconing these places wherever. Then I think the transition between this side and that side, those were the original existing tiles. The transitioning between the spaces, I think this tile was coming all the way there. Then I told them we have a piece at the kitchen that had remained. We had to cut it and now just do a proper transition between the older tiles and the new tiles. And you can tell this is an improvement. Then immediately after, you have a nice space, simple, small, but it is beautiful. You will be happy. Then we give you a nice cutting, nice countertop. We give you a nice, beautiful towel rack. We give you a shaving whatever here, shaving unit there. You have your towel there. You have your nice, beautiful mirror at a height of almost 1.1, 1.2. So you stand in and you can fit in cleanly. Then we have our lighting around, and those are the LED lights, the hidden LED lights around. You can use that. In fact, sometimes when you just come to this bathroom at night, you can just switch that on alone, use the bathroom and go, because you don't want too much light and probably you're going back to sleep. Then immediately after, I think at this particular place, this was not there. We did the elongation so that we have this toilet seated on the back. In Kisii, I think the Suneka project, I think we have already showcased. So that project, this thing was all the way to I think it was 150 mm from the ground level. And I was telling these guys, so because now we are going to put the toilet, how will it fit in here? So those are the things, now we'll have to run that thing from end to end so that this body, which is the cistern, can sit on our surface so that it doesn't get weak or shaken every time. So and then we trim it nicely all the way. And as I was telling you guys, these things you just improve. Look at the way this tissue holder, the toilet brush holder is done and put there. We have the mat as you enter the bathroom. Then we have your clean chrome stainless steel. This is a stainless steel rod running around. Then we have our frameless glass. And then we have our beading that now those are the ones that are holding water from coming out. Then when you come inside, I'm actually going to talk about details. Most of the times, and this is again a preference, I see most of the bathrooms elevated. Actually, the transition, that is the threshold that transits, that separates the other side to this other side. Most of them, they are like 100 mm high, sometimes 120. I feel like that is too much for me. We just need something small that can hold the water from coming to the other side. And I think this one is almost like 10 mm, the size of the strip, and almost the size of the tile, just above the other tile. And when you shower and you've given this bathroom a slope, no water will stand here, no water will be held here. So most of the water will be running. So a bit of it that would be tempted to go to the other side is being held by this, and then we will start doing the silicone on this thing. Then you can see the clean finishes on the side, clean finishes on the floor, and all that. Those are the things people will be looking at. You go to other bathrooms, even the cutting on these things, those are the problems. We supply you with this beautiful shower head. The people who want it big, the people who want it small, those are some of the things. Then you see, when you want to store your clinic, shower mouse, you want to store all those whatever, you have a pocket here that has been provided so that you don't have to have the metallic thing around here or now fight to get things, but you can add it if you want. But these are the reasons. And then now the trimming on the window, so that it is easy for even the person maintaining this space. You can come in here and you can actually attest that this place is clean, because it's easy to clean. What we are doing here, we are just cutting two whatever, even one piece of tile, and you put it on top, it will act like a granite. Then the edging around the window, beautiful, simple, and straightforward. Then because we don't want to overdo the space, simple flat ceiling, one light in the middle, a surround decorative cornice molding, and maneno kwisha. Then as you go out after the shower, you have your towel rack here. You just finish, hang a towel, the window is there, wind will be blowing. You come back in the evening and the towel will be dried. I'm also trying to incorporate, I saw this in Cape Town, whereby we have the rod, almost like this, but it is like a ladder. Then you connect it to power. So when you put your curtain, because of those channels like these ones, like this one, like this, they hit slowly during the day, or maybe when it is June, July, where we are going and things cannot dry. So by the time, after like an hour, your towels are dry. And those are some of the items we call total continuous improvement. So let's go to the walk-in closet so that you can see another masterpiece for this particular space. Let's sneak in. So as I go to the walk-in closet, we have this, and I was telling you, the door to this room was on that side, so we did a bit of demolition. We also, and that has forced us to do some transitioning in this space, in the skimming and paint work, the paint on the walls, just something beautiful. So let's walk in. So guys, Larry, just run this camera from there, like this, and as we listen to them. So basically what Snow did when she was doing the design, that is supposed to be a dresser, but the client she's told me that now I'm using that space. And most of the times we design it as a dresser or a study desk. So she's using it as a study and an office. Then immediately after this, I think this was supposed to be for shoes, the shoes that she can be picking from here. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of these strips. These are edgings that you put on the side, and these boards are not straight. You put them slightly slanted so that all the shoes, when you put it here, it cannot fall down. Then we proceed. These cabinets, when you look at them from end to end, each cabinet is playing a specific role. And again, as I told you, these things you don't just wake up and do them. As you continue doing things today, tomorrow, you get to learn and improve. This particular thing, as I look around, even the screws we used, they're actually on the surface, but they're not ugly. We used to use screws that are, when you drill, they cut the board. Actually, they break the boards. So right now, we are using screws that can't be, as in they just lie on the surface and they look neat. And then I was talking about functionality. So this cabinet from here going down is specifically meant for bags, and she's using it for the same. When you look up there, some of them are supposed to be for suitcases, some are for the bags, still playing the same role. When you move from this particular cabinet and you go to the next, we have boxes, which are like 600 by 600, and specifically these are meant for foldables, and that is what she's using. Immediately after the foldables, because now the cabinet runs from top to bottom, you don't want to waste that space. Again, we provided what? A drawer for her. Then most of the times it's soft close and it goes in. Immediately after that, we have a low-level cabinet with a rail, that is a rod for trousers, whereby she can hang. And she was telling me now that I'm in here, I'm improving and changing things. So she feels like now those hangers don't fit the space anymore, but she's gonna change. Immediately after, we have the dresser area, whereby now she has all her collections, and we can see her green boots, the Creed Melissime Imperial. As usual, that is my things. Those are my things. So you can throw around, and so this is specifically for that. Below it, we have drawers. Don't want to open so much because it has private things. When I was talking about the screws, Larry, you don't know if from that angle you can see maybe this. You see this screw is on top, but it's not very ugly. There are screws that when you're using, they will break this thing and they won't even, you don't want to see them. They are very ugly from Gikomba. We don't want to use Gikomba. Then we have a hanger here, and then we have our jewelry station. You come on top, we do it nicely, and then we give you glass on top. You have your watches, you put them, you have your earrings, you have your things, you have your chains, you put here, and so manner of things. And for you to access this thing, you just need to come to this side, pull it out, pick it, and bro, you enjoy life. Life is for enjoyment. You see success. Success, I'm a socks. Socks. More. So guys, why can't you just subcontract Kit Interiors? If you tell me if you love it. So these again for foldables. You can also use it for bags. Then below it, and what we are doing is whatever is on this side is basically a mimic of what is on the left. So it's more or less the same in speaking, the same language. So things are uniform like that. Then here we have a corner cabinet. So this is where you store most of the things that you're not picking every time. Then on the far end, maybe here, is where you put what you can pick every day. Then we have here for tall clothes, but now she's using it for, I think probably maybe she doesn't have longer dresses. Then we have a drawer on the lower side again for storage. Then we have display. This is for hair. So it's supposed to be hair. So human hair, human hair. So you have your human hair. Then once you're dressed, you picked your watch there, you picked your accessories, put everything together. My guy, you come and stand here and smile and tell God, I am beautifully and wonderfully made. I am what you walk and tell the world, listen, I am coming. And for that particular reason, guys, why should I waste a lot of your time? Thank you for always taking your time to watch our episodes and to stay tuned. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media pages at Kit Interiors, where style meets elegance. Asanteni sana.